Well, Xcel Energy marked the grand opening of one of the country's largest solar farms this morning in Sherburne County.
The project's first phase was finished earlier this month. It was also the first public appearance of Governor Tim Walz since the week of the election. Quinn Gorham reports.
It's being hailed as the largest solar project in the upper Midwest, and once complete, it'll supply lots of energy to the entire state of Minnesota. That's expected to happen in around 2026, but in the meantime, it's an important step forward in the state's goal to reach full clean energy by the year 2040.
The Sherco Solar Project is being completed in 3 phases. The first was connected to the grid in late October, but that didn't stop Xcel leaders from inviting Governor Tim Walz for a symbolic plugging-in ceremony. All in all, the massive solar project will cost around $1.1 billion, money that'll qualify for an estimated $480 million in federal tax credits. Minnesota's legislature has issued a statewide goal of a 100% clean electrical grid by the year 2040, and the solar farm is just one initiative to achieve that goal. Walz commended Xcel on its work and the example it sets for the rest of the nation.
Making sure that Minnesota stays a place where energy is affordable, where people understand we can embrace an all-of-the-above approach to how we deal with our energy needs and how we can show the nation how these projects make sense.
While the Sherco coal plant is expected to close by 2030, Xcel says the new solar farm will maintain jobs and offset any economic impact with an estimated $350 million in total economic local impact.
The goal with a project like this is always to create more jobs, and what they did here was use a lot of union manpower to try and get this thing done, at least for the first phase of this project. The final phase is scheduled to be complete again sometime around 2026, meaning there's a lot more on the horizon. Reporting in Clear Lake, I'm Quinn Gorham.
Today's event also marked the first time Governor Walz has appeared in front of the press since the election, and the first time since being announced as a vice presidential candidate in August that he fielded questions from Minnesota reporters. Walz stepped aside after the opening ceremony at the Sherco plant to talk about being back in Minnesota after months on the campaign trail. He echoed some of the sentiments he shared in his homecoming speech during the week of the election. The governor says he's plugging forward and ready to lead the state once again.
We'll get together, I think, later this week because it looks like we're going to be back to where we were in 2019, where we have some power sharing, which was, in my opinion, pretty successful. We were able to cut taxes, fund education, and get the budgets done on time, so I'm looking forward to that.
As you heard there, Walz says he's optimistic that they can get things done next year, even with a divided legislature.